I'ma go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Ride till we making it out. Ay. Ride till we making it out. Ay. Look. Go around the town, up in my way, up my shit. Niggas be making a sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Ride till we making it out.
She's like, bro, no, like, you don't even have a mic.
No, we're just burning.
You're not even on the camera.
No, I was confused. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like,
she's like, so should I introduce myself?
She's like, so the guest is over there now? All right. I thought the guest was over here.
Like, do they even know I'm here yet? You know, the other viewers
because you guys are all holding your mic.
No, I know. I just have it. Because even when we used to be recording in his studio, and we'd be in there holding the mics the whole time. Once we set up.
Because either I hold it like
that's how
the whole
hot
time, or I don't hold it
like,
at all.
We'd just be holding on.
I think it was like Steadfast episode. Like I hold that shit for like a solid like 5-10
Hey, I
minutes.
watched Thor, Love and Thunder before I came here.
Ooh, did actually fire now?
Natalie Portman's fire, I'll tell you that. That girl's, she been up like anime, bro.
I haven't watched it yet.
That's my Hollywood crush right there.
Because
even Christine knows if I saw her public,
honestly, there's a lot of stigma about that movie, bro.
Nah, see, I told her I have it, Natalie Portman.
Yeah, see.
Really?
Beautiful.
What lines you getting off, bro? What are you?
I don't even know, because I would just freeze up like a dumb fuck if I saw her.
You guys ready?
Hey, you can't even be like, I got money. Cause
we acting?
like, you got money. You got real money. Like.
Oh, we're acting? You ready? All right. What's up, everybody? This is Hoser, Juice Podcast, episode number 3. It's your boy Juma.
Frankie.
And today we got GucciMar. What's going on, Gucci?
Hi guys.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good.
Chilling.
Thank you for pulling up as always.
Yeah, thank you for coming through.
Excited to be here.
Oh, yeah. Legit. She's like, you guys talk a lot. She's been here for a minute and she was just...
I was confused.
Like,
I didn't know if the
going on?
podcast had started or not. But everybody was just
I think when
holding
she
their
walked in,
mic.
she was like, fuck, my bad, bro.
We were just doing our regular combo. She's like, yeah, when this shit started, no formal introduction. We just, and then got straight to it. And then went straight to it. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'm here now. No, bro. No, but thank you for coming on. We recently had you perform for us for FTG. And that was such a great performance.
That was fun, yeah.
For the Kobe tribute, right?
Yeah.
That last one.
Yeah, legit. And honestly, even with that show, is the fact that we didn't even know who the headliner was going to be due to the other mishap. And then the fact that we found out it was going to be you, just even being local from Santa Ana. So that shit was really cool to even bless our stage, you know?
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. I had a lot of fun. FTG is just always such a dope spot to perform at because you have like the little stage, and then it was with True 100, so it was.
Yeah, no, shouts to True as well.
Yeah, it was.
Even setting up that whole tour, you know. What we
Shout
were
out
like
to Jules.
the third one on the tour.
Yeah, the last show before True Fest.
The last, hell yeah, that show was a success. I think so, you know.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, that show was a lot of fun.
Just even speaking on FTG, just even being a local, how is it being a face for Santa Ana? Because that's how we kind of know you. Just even being in the scene, we've seen you on other podcasts and stuff. How is it being a representation as a female artist in Santa Ana and just even rapping and everything?
It's crazy to say like a face of Santa Ana because like I don't know, I don't see myself as that. Like I don't know. But it's nice to have the recognition because I do feel like I kind of be busting my ass out here, you know, trying to keep up with all these boys. But I would say that the girls have just like lately, like Frosty, Sammy, they've been killing it, and we all have like our own kind of vibe, our own sound, our own lane. So it's nice to be able to create and like do it because you like to do it, but also be recognized because like you're good at your craft.
Right. Yeah. The show you were bobbing, man. You had that whole crowd.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Moving
crazy
to that
and
shit.
I feel like people don't expect it when I walk in because I'm like pretty small, and like sometimes most of the shows are like hip hop shows, so I'll go after like guys that are like, you know, they look not like me, that are like small, wearing pink and like with my lip gloss going up on the stage, you know. But then I go up and I feel like I'm just like, I don't know, like this
Even with that,
energy
unlike
takes
the-
over.
Yeah.
How would you describe your style if you would just even say that? Like even being at these hip hop events compared to other styles and stuff, you know?
I would say it's definitely hard, but like there's a a feminine energy to it. Like I feel like all the guys out here kind of have someone to listen to. I want to be someone where like the girls can listen to. That's also like tough, but it's also like, oh, I can go and like get ready to this like before I go out and like have a girls' night. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I feel like that's kind of the music I like to. My sound, I would say.
I feel it. And then, like, even with your sound, was it people that you found influence from? Like, because even, like, I would say for me off top, it came off, like, kind of like Rico Nasty.
I love Rico Nasty.
Yeah,
I love Rico
just,
Nasty.
like, in terms of, like, I'm the shit. Like, that's the energy, you know, like, rapper shit. Like, I'm the shit. Like, everything I'm doing is boss. Like, you know, like, it just has that type of energy.
Yeah,
so,
it
like,
does.
was it influences that kind of form your style, or you kind of always been this way even before you ever, you know?
No, I definitely, like, confidence is something that kind of came later. But I feel like I was in this group called 714. I was the only girl.
Okay.
So, and it was a group of, like, I think 8 of us. I don't
You
know.
go hard on that album.
Damn.
Thank you.
Like, honestly, you put those motherfuckers up. Like, nah, for real. Like,
I'm a
there
jam.
were some
I
tracks
need a
where it's
jam.
like,
I need a jam.
where it was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn, she beat this fool. Like,
oh, yeah.
she got this fool, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm
genuinely.
sorry. Like,
Thank
genuinely.
you.
But it's like,
But yeah, I felt like I kind of had to fight for my spot. Like I had to prove myself more to like be able to like, oh, I got my verse on this song. Like I had to kind of earn it in a way, you know? So I felt like and that kind of helped me kind of get out and like be my own artist because now I feel like I have that just that confidence. Like I did it with this group of guys, you know? I feel like I can just and wherever I'm at, I feel like I can shine in my own way.
Oh yeah. Okay. When you first started making music, was it with the collective or just how'd you even come across that?
Well, I thought everybody could rap because I was in high school and I would write like little verses, like like on like index cards or whatever. And it just came like natural I mean, they weren't the best, but like I would just write and I thought it was so easy. Like I thought everyone could do it. And I'm like one day
he's like, bro, you can't rime.
You don't have a bunch of index cards too.
Bro, you don't rhyme.
Flow?
and one day I had known someone that like that made music, and I'm like, oh, I'll give it a try, and you know, I'm like it's hard. I'm just kidding. So I went. No, I'm just kidding. And and I mean, my first song
came later. It was there from the
start. Just said,
like, fuck, I gotta get back there.
from the index cards. Yeah, I'll tell you.
So I went in, and the first person I met was Tiz, because he owned the studio at 714, or he was one of the people that owned the studio. I think it was like him, J Taj, Eric, and I forgot who else. But I met him, and then I did like this song that I had wrote. He thought it was cool. He invited me back, and then I met literally everybody that same night. And then they heard the song that I was recording, and it was I'd never recorded anything. This was my first time, and I'm like 8 random people just just pull up.
Yeah, because they were like, yo, you need to come down here. You need to listen to this.
You know,
you
we
need to
kick
come
it
see
tonight.
this.
I'll just reschedule the recording, you know?
But I mean, they thought,
fire.
they thought I was dope, so it gave me like kind of a little bit of validation. I'm like, all right, like I'll come back, I'll stick around. And then I did end up on the 714 album. And then after that, I kind of started writing like my own music. And then I branched out from there. But yeah, I did start off in a collective, and then now I'm just kind of doing my own thing.
Oh yeah. Really cool. Is Eric in the 714 collective?
Yeah, he was.
I'd seen him at you guys performed at the 2nd Street.
Yeah, at the East End Block Party.
East End Block Party.
Yeah, we got the tattoo.
Oh damn, hold it down. How'd you even get involved with even doing local events, going from making your own music to even get into all these shows and doing your doing your thing around the cities?
Honestly, I'm just really, really blessed with like a bunch of dope friends that like put my name in rooms where opportunities are. Also, just my work that I've put out, I feel like has also kind of gravitated people towards me and has opened up opportunities for me to be able to perform. So yeah, just dope people and hard work.
No, that's fire. That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah, some dedication.
Yeah, legit.
How long you been making music for then?
Like 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously during the pandemic, it was like rough. So I would say maybe like 3.5.
Right.
Maybe if you could speak a little bit about the ups and downs,
Yeah.
about like even like through the pandemic or like things you encounter with this making music, because I know everybody still has their regular lives, you know. So how is it with you and juggling everything you do in your life?
During the pandemic, I honestly kind of like beat myself up a lot because I wasn't making as much music. I was just unmotivated. We were stuck at home, like, you know, but I feel like if any artist does have like a writer's block or some form of creative block, the best way to, and I know it sounds dumb, but the best way to kind of just get that block out of there is like to make something, whether it's good or bad. Like, you don't have to put it out, but just make something like for the sake of creativity, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I feel like that kind of, I wrote, I would find like little YouTube beats and like just write, even if it wasn't good. Like, I'm just like, I need to get out of my head and like put my pen to work. So I think just kind of getting out of your head and pushing through those tough moments is definitely, you just got to do it. You got to go through it to get through it.
I feel you.
So for how long were you in that like little rut? Like,
I feel like it comes and goes. Like, sometimes I'll be on this kick where I'm like writing and like I'm very inspired and I want to do like a million things, and there's times where I just have nothing to write or like nothing's coming to me, and it gets frustrating, but I feel like that's how it is as an artist, you know? You're not gonna always be inspired, but you can't let that discourage you and like not make anything.
Right. So how did your latest EP come about then?
My latest EP, Diva, available on all streaming platforms.
Hold it down.
No, I know.
plug it, plug it.
Plug
you
that
need that.
whenever you
Plug that
want.
in.
Yeah,
Everywhere, whatever
Yeah,
you
nah,
want.
you guys, I feel like people don't do that, bro. No, do that.
Plug it, yeah.
So I've I've had songs in the vault for like a couple years. I think the oldest one I've had on there was probably from 2019.
Okay.
2019.
Okay.
But I also have newer songs. I think the latest one I just recorded last November. So it was a project that kind of put itself together throughout those years, and I kind of didn't really intentionally do it because I never really thought of myself as someone that would put up a project. I don't know why. I kind of just really would like release singles. But my project is named after my childhood pet. Her name was Diva, and she passed away last year, December. Yeah, she was my bestie for 15 years.
That's a long time for her.
Yeah.
What kind of dog was it, if you don't mind me asking?
She was a Cocker Spaniel Poodle mix. So
Oh,
she was
okay.
She was a nice
Yeah,
little
yeah,
size.
no,
Yeah, she was a little cutie pie. She definitely lived up to her name. She was a diva. And I felt like she was just so special to me. I wanted to like kind of honor her in some way and like just solidify her existence so she could be here forever in a way. And I was gonna call the project something else originally, and like Diva just made sense. My friend Brian, the one that did the cover art, he suggested it, and it kind of just all fell into place. And I feel like the songs on there do give kind of like a diva energy, you know. And I think being a diva is not necessarily something bad. It could have a bad connotation, but I feel like to me a diva is someone that like knows what they want and that is just confident in the person that they are.
Damn, to even go off of that, how did you go from just the singles or just the mentality or just even like your whole approach with like maybe even future stuff? How do you go about doing like, all right, so now I dropped a mixtape, and before maybe I had the drop in the singles mentality. Do you have it like pre-planned? Like I already have my next couple albums like put together, because you said you had your oldest song from 2019. So are you not opposed when you drop an album to have maybe some old stuff on it? Just even stuff like that, you know?
No, definitely not. Especially if it fits the vibe.
Okay.
Maybe I'll like re-record it if I don't like how it sounds, but I'm not opposed to putting old songs on there.
Okay.
And as far as like making the project, I had gotten asked like a lot, like, when are you gonna release a project? I'm like, you know, we want to hear more music, and I'm like, it's tough. But
I wish you could see everything from the
but yeah, I feel like it was definitely time to like put something out and like kind of, I feel like in a way it does embody kind of my energy and who I am, and you know, like Diva.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like as of recently, have you been recording new stuff or?
Not actually. I did a feature.
Okay.
I think a couple weeks ago. And then I just actually finished writing a song that I'm hopefully going to record soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hope it goes well.
Thank you. But yeah, definitely keeping the creative juices flowing.
I was gonna ask, those periods where you get in a rut, what do you kind of do for inspiration or to even get out of writer's block? Or
I'll listen to a bunch of music.
Okay.
From my favorite artists, my favorite songs.
If you could tell us a few.
Yeah. Anything from Rico Nasty. I love Rico Nasty. Like lately, I've been listening to Beyonce, the Renaissance album. Oh, that's my shit.
Okay.
So good.
You like the new vibe compared to old stuff? Like you weren't on the train of everybody trying to ridicule the album?
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Where's
Twitter? I be on Twitter and then I have two sisters.
Bro, Twitter, yeah, bro.
So they like, you know, like or yeah, they were just saying like, you know, like the more upbeat is like just not that it was bad.
Yeah.
They would just prefer some older stuff.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And to me it's like I like when people branch out. That's why I always ask, even just talking with them, I always ask about somebody that branches out in terms of doing something that worked before, you know?
Yeah.
Because these are like a whole different beat package. But that Break My Soul song is still stuck in my head, you know? Shit like that. Like,
yeah, I like it. I just recently went to it was like a warehouse party in LA, and they played the album from like start to finish, and that shit was amazing. I love it. But yeah, definitely listening to music helps me get out of my block, because I'm like, oh, what are they saying? Like, I don't know. I get really inspired listening to like other artists. I love Rico Nasty. I love Nicki Minaj. I love Lil Wayne, Lil Baby, Drake. So just anything that like gets, I would say listen to your favorite music. If that's what you're stuck on is writing. That helps me.
no, that's it. Oh yeah.
So you said you performed at the East End Block Party and for us as well at the FTG warehouse. What are some other performances you had as well throughout the year?
Oh my god, I have like such a bad memory. I think I opened up for Vince Staples earlier this year.
Okay.
I got a few shows under my belt.
Where was that?
Talk your shit, dude.
It was here actually.
Okay.
In downtown. And then I had my Diva release party. That was earlier this year. I did the Rodriguez show. I think it was their 7th year anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've done a few others, I believe.
Yeah. Anything else coming up? I know you have one coming up, but.
Oh yes, I do. On Friday the 23rd, I'm opening for Fora.
Okay.
Yeah, at the Garden Amp in Garden Grove.
Yeah, there's actually a couple
Yeah.
people trying to go to that one, right? Like,
That's
like,
hard, bro.
hard.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm excited. I mean, this one doesn't really count, but I always say that it does, because, I mean, I got on the stage, but I did. For Kenny Beats, he had his show in LA, and I got on stage, and they asked me to rap, and I rapped, and I won. They were having, like, a rap battle contest, and I got to, like, the final round, but it was...
You technically performed. That counts. Yeah. No,
Yeah,
that counts.
so I mean, I would say
Kenny
open.
makes a lot of Rico stuff.
Yeah, I love Kenny Beats. That's someone that I would love to work with one day.
Dance. He's the one who put me on to Rico. Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking cool. That's cool. Yeah, so them is something I always ask the artists if you had like similar to like a last meal about to get put to electric chair. I'm not saying you gotta die, but let's change it to an album. If you had a last album to listen to, you know, because that's how it's like last meal, you know, last album you would ever listen to if you had an album to choose from.
Like right now?
Just in general, you know, if it were to come with your last meal, they said you get one album to play.
Okay, I'm gonna make it easy on myself and go off of what I'm listening to at the moment,
Okay.
and I'm gonna pick Beyonce Renaissance.
Okay, that's fire. You guys, anything else?
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I wanted to ask you, how was being on the Cypher Effect?
Oh, that was dope.
Yeah?
It was a little bit of a drive, but
Really?
it was dope. They're like in like LA, but like a little bit further out of LA. But I mean, I don't like driving in LA, but I definitely like getting out of OC. Just because I feel like LA is such a different world, and I have not really explored that yet. But yeah, it was dope. It was a dope experience. I did perform my song YOTA. That one's on my mixtape as well. So that was really fun.
Yeah, that was cool. When I saw that, I was like, dang, she made it. No, because like, I mean, when we were in 7th grade,
we grew up,
like,
man.
We grew up on
I
Cypher
grew up on
Effect.
it.
You know
Oh,
what I mean?
no way.
So it's like,
I seen 4 on those when he was coming
yeah,
up.
that's
You know?
what I'm saying. There was Reverie,
Self-provoked.
Sage One, The Wise,
Yeah.
fucking
A bunch of people
Gremlin.
through that.
There's a bunch of people
Yeah.
that were on the Cypher Effect. And we were in 7th grade. There was a lot of people whose dream was to make it to Cypher Effect. They're like, one day I'm gonna be on Cypher Effect. You know, like that's how like big it was. And now to see it still going with all these artists, and then to have someone from Santa Ana, from Orange County, be on Cypher Effect, it's like, dang, she made it.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Yeah, so it's like those
I
bars
agree.
and that
I
work
agree.
is obviously going somewhere, and so it's really dope to see like
Thank
someone
you.
from where we're from to do something, you know.
And I think it's for me sometimes a little bit. I get anxious sometimes putting stuff out because I feel like it sounds different than like what is being put out. You know, like it's like who has a Dora beat? You know what I mean?
That shit.
You know what I mean?
Yo, that shit was hard.
So I'm like-
I'm not gonna lie.
Sometimes-
My girl was bumping that shit in my Camry. I was like, fuck, I can't even get mad. You're bumping this
Sometimes
shit.
I'm like, I'm scared to like perform this because it's like a crowd, a bunch of like tatted up dudes, and you're hearing, I'm Dora, and then I'm like,
I was like, what?
Yeah, I was so mad. That was actually spot on.
I thought I was about to hear the bars next. But that's also the song you did on Cypher Effect, right?
yeah. But I mean, that's my favorite song off of the project. But I just feel like sometimes I get a little bit in my head. And I'm like, I don't know how people are gonna receive it because it's not traditional hip hop. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, it's gonna be different. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
But you do got some boom bap in you. Like the bars go pretty heavy.
Thank you.
What song was it? Like Jello, I think,
The pen is heavy.
or something like. I think it's Jello, right?
Jello.
Yeah, that
Let me
song.
say hello.
That shit was going hard.
Even video production, your videos go crazy. Like,
Thank
how is
you.
it spending time even doing that? You know, because I
Yeah.
feel like it coincides when you're spending something that's like heavy lyrics. The video, it has to match. You know, for people to want to jam it. You know.
Yeah, and it's I definitely would love to put out more visuals, but I feel like I very much love for it to be a quality thing, you know. So I'm not
Right.
just gonna put something out to like put something out.
Yeah,
I wanted to definitely like
You want to make a movie?
make it nice. So I'm definitely working on doing more visuals for Diva.
Okay.
So that's what you can expect from me.
Isaac could do that.
Oh, what's up, Isaac?
Yeah, real shit. Let's just act it.
We're just saying. I'm just saying Isaac could do that.
Let's connect.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah, but dang. Yeah, you bar heavy.
So
I
besides
appreciate
the
that.
one on Friday, do you have any other shows coming up or?
I do have a few, but they're later in October, and then I got booked already for December.
yeah.
So yeah, I'll announce them like once it gets closer. But for now, I'm really really excited for my show on Friday. My mom's gonna come out. She's never seen me perform, so I'm excited for that.
Dang. That's big.
Is it more nervous when you're around like someone that hasn't seen you perform, or like even somebody like that, like special to you? Or is it like anxious, like really excited type of thing?
A little bit of both. I've never had my mom perform or come to any of my shows, so I don't know how I'll be that day. I don't feel nervous right now because I feel like I've rehearsed the set and like I've done the set, so I'm like I kind of feel confident about it, but I do think, or I hope it's a big crowd. And the biggest crowd I've done was that Kenny Beach show. I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna pee my pants.
How many people you think?
It was like 3,000.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's a handful of people.
Yeah, that was a lot. That was the one time where I looked at the crowd and I'm just like, holy crap. And I was trying to find like my friend amongst the sea of people because I'm like, I need
just lock eyes with
I'm like, I
somebody
need
I
a
know.
familiar
Yeah,
face. But then in my mind, I think I had a performance the next day at FTG. And I'm like, girl, just close your eyes and pretend you're at FTG and just start rapping.
Somebody give me some sunglasses.
Oh shit! Hey.
How was it from your first performance compared to that in front of 3,000 people?
Oh my god, my first performance. They didn't even have like a mic. It was like off a headset and like we passed it around.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
That shit was funny.
Service mic. Like,
They're just around the table, or they can't even walk the stage.
That's when we used to have like our 714 shows, and we're here.
That's from the mud.
I don't want to triangulate our location, but we're in downtown, and we used to throw parties like in the little studio spaces around here. And that was at one of the shows. We didn't even have a mic. To now, where like I have my own mic. And it's really dope. I love performing. I always get nervous, but I feel like once I'm up there, like I don't know, it's just like something that takes over. It's definitely I love to do it. I love performing.
That's right. Over recording and like making the music, or just because I know they're like two different dynamics, you know.
Yeah.
Like, just like the writing process compared to people hearing me live, you know, like. And like instead of like the song out on platforms, you know.
Yeah. I definitely have a lot of fun in the studio. Shout out Daniel James. He's one of the producers I work with heavy, and whenever we're in the studio together, it's just always it's so natural. Like YOTA came from Daniel James, Game Boy, Jello. And
okay,
like we don't.
That shit bump.
Yeah, we don't go in
that
there.
beat was everything. Those are some real bops.
Yeah, we don't go in there like already knowing what we're gonna do. Like we walk in there and like we're like, all right, like he just opens his laptop and just starts making sounds, and then like it comes naturally, and it's so much fun. I really like working with him. But yeah, it definitely is two different dynamics. I would say I like to do both. I like both.
No, that's good. Oh yeah. Where did your love for music even come from?
Probably from when I was like just younger. I grew up on just like Mexican music. My parents are both like Mexican. So I grew up with all like the rancheras, corridos, banda. I did not listen. My mom would not let me listen to any like music that had cuss words. I remember I had an iPod Shuffle.
Trying to sneak shit.
And she would listen to the music that was on there to make sure that there was no cuss words.
That's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
Bro, I was 7 years old and my uncle gave me a Ludacris CD and said, "Go have fun." Getting the iPod approved is crazy.
That's crazy being raised on like Tupac and all that shit, bro. Like to hear people that come up like that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Oh nah, bro. I was
Me and
from
Frankie
same
would be in the
cloth, bro.
back seat of the
That's
Jeep,
hard.
and this fool would be fucking blasting Pac. You can't see me, and I'm like, what?
and like, fuck your bitch and then hey! Don't say that outside of the lyrics, all right, bro. Like, don't say that outside the car. Don't go out saying that.
That's funny.
You can only say that with us.
No, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, that's so different than me.
So that's way different. So how did you gradually get into hip hop then? Listening to hip hop.
Well, on my own, I like when Young Money, Cash Money was coming out, Bedrock. Ooh, that was my shit.
Damn, that was like 7th grade too for me.
That's when I
Everybody
like.
knew that shit.
era,
though.
yeah.
That's when
just
I
the era.
discovered Nicki Minaj, and I was like, oh, wow, like I just thought what she was doing was so cool with like the way like her flows would change and the way she changed her voice and like I just thought that was so dope. And artists like that I think is what got me mostly into hip hop. I listened to a lot of female artists. Left Eye, I love Left Eye.
R.I.P.
She's
Last
good.
That's fire.
Yeah,
That's fire.
R.I.P. But yeah, I've always been involved in music. When I was younger, in elementary, like I played the clarinet, and I played that all the way through high school. I taught myself a little bit of piano. So I've always just been very like.
Yeah.
Like,
You
talented
genuinely fuck with
musically,
music.
like,
Yeah,
that's
you've been
crazy.
about
Thank
it.
you.
Yeah, in and around it,
But yeah, I love it. I don't think I can picture myself not doing something musically.
It's hard. Oh yeah.
Has there been anything like that you tried with music that you haven't been good at so far?
I'm not
She's
the
like,
best.
No, I have not. fool.
No. I'm
Know
just
the
kidding.
fuck I am.
Categories and shit.
Soft Gucci over here, dog.
That's like name.
Just lie.
Like singing.
She said it's in the name.
True. Singing, I feel like is not my strongest forte, but I love it. I love singing. I definitely would want to explore that sometime, but I really want to perfect what I'm doing right now.
Okay.
Shit.
One thing at a time. I liked it.
No, that's fire. That's fire.
I like it. Because you're really good at the first thing.
Thank you. And I definitely like to experiment with my sound too. Like I'm not afraid to sound crazy.
Right. Yeah, was that song with Sammy Love, Caution?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a little different. You rap in Spanish.
That blend was crazy.
Yeah, it's
It
funny.
was nice. I was like, dang, she rap in Spanish too?
Yeah.
What can't you do?
Honestly, even the fact that like the chorus comes across like, you know, like if you even before getting to the verse, you would think it's like screamo, kind of like it has like shades of screamo, and then it's like the chorus is like really rappy, like Tech Nine-ish, like you guys are doing really hardcore rap.
Yeah,
and then it's like
they
the
give us
Spanish,
that, like-
and then and then
Yeah.
the Spanish, but it's like oh shit, they're
you spaz
you
and
know,
Spanish.
like the whole song in itself, it's fucking really creative and a vibe. That shit's
Yeah,
that
thank
shit's
you.
fire.
Shout out Sammy Love. She like showed me the track and she's like, I really would like if you like hopped on this, and I'm like, this shit is hard as fuck. Of course I'll be hopping on this. But the fact that she like thought of me, cause she said I needed someone that like would come in hard, and I thought of you, and I'm like, thank you, because I definitely do feel like I have different not different sounds, but like I would say maybe a different approach sometimes. Like sometimes I do go in heavy and aggressive, and then sometimes it is a little bit more bubble gum and like pop.
Yeah, you can see your range within the EP, the Diva, or Diva.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the range on there from the YOTA and then ending with Jello. Like it's all, it's different, but it's all
Yeah,
It's
it
like,
has a little bit of
it's
a
dope.
little bit of everything.
Which is your favorite?
yeah.
I love YOTA. That was the most fun to make.
Oh yeah. If you can speak on the creation, you said that one was Daniel James as well.
Yeah, that one was Daniel
yeah.
James. So I went in, and I think we had not been in the studio for like a minute. So, and anytime that happens, like I just know we're gonna make something good because we're both like overflowing with ideas. And he was doing, I think, this one beat first, and I'm like, I don't like it. Like, let's do something else. And then I said, like, if Dora were to hop on a beat, what would she hop on? Was the thing. And, like, I'll go in, like, we understand each other's language in that sense. Like, sometimes I'll be like, I want something that sounds, like, super toxic, but, like, with, like, violence. And then, like, he knows what I'm talking about, and he'll, like, whip it up.
Nah, that's dope. That's dope that you could, like,
I want holes in the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to fight.
No, yeah, literally. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I want someone to fucking roll out of here and be like, all right, it's worth it though.
And he'll whip
broken
it
ankles.
up. And we went in, and I told him, I'm like, I want something that, like, sounds like Dora would, like, rap over it. And, like, he did that. And the melody was dope. And that day, the rent was due. So I'm like, need my money because the rent due. And then it just went from there. It was really fun making that song.
That's so good. Cause like me personally, like I would say like your like range would be like from like a Sweetie almost type of sound to like a Remy Ma, because like you can have something that's like kind of catchy to something where you're just like spazzing on the beat and like you're just like spitting. So it's dope that you have like that type of range, because not a lot of people actually have that type of range at all.
Thank you.
Yeah, not a lot of rappers. Just
That's what I'm
in
saying.
general.
I'm not
these
saying
days.
no. I'm just saying right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Rappers
no,
in
I
general,
agree.
just artists in general.
And I feel like sometimes you just have to be not scared of, like, looking or sounding dumb. You know, like, you just kind of got to do it.
Are there any songs you've ever put out that you're kind of like?
Yeah, definitely. I have, like, the first songs I ever recorded and put out. They're on my SoundCloud, and, like, I'm not gonna take them down because it'll show my growth. But, like, I'll listen back to it and I'm just like, oh my god.
Seems like
I
everybody-
think that's dope when like artists do that, when they keep their old shit up with the new shit.
I was gonna say, it seems like everybody grows from SoundCloud.
Yeah, like, you could literally hear that I was just, like, reading off the, like, I don't know. There was no swag to it. But I feel like now I definitely, like, I'm comfortable in the booth. I found my cadence. Like, I go in there and, like, I know what to do. And I feel like it comes across that way now.
When you like write to type beat, something you mentioned earlier, is that dynamic way different than when you're creating the beat with somebody in terms of how fast you think of lyrics? Are you writing while the beat's being created? Do you come in with stuff prior to?
Kind of a mix of everything. If someone, like, sends me a beat that's, like, already done, I feel like I'll adapt to the beat. So if it's, like, a fast beat, like, I'll write something maybe hard and fast, or if it's, like, something slow, maybe something more mellow. And then when like, creating it together, like, for example, with me and Daniel, like, it'll kind of just come to me as we're making the song. Like, you'll kind of piece it together as we go along. I definitely like making stuff while I'm there, rather than, like, it being sent to me. Because I too like to say, like, oh, I don't like how this sounds, like, make this or put this here.
Okay. As far as, like, being part of the arranging and all that.
Yeah.
I
I like to be like I'm very opinionated on the production, which sometimes, like, I know maybe sometimes people don't like it, but I'm like, sorry. Like, I feel like I have an ear for it too. Like, I'm not gonna just, like, be in the studio and, like, have someone do something and, like, me not have a say in it. You know what I mean? I feel like
and
I'm
then
very
just, like,
hands-on.
fake fuck with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, yeah, you know that. I feel you. That's
Yeah,
right.
and I love working with Daniel because I can straight up be like, I don't like this. And he'll be like, all right, and we'll just move on to the next. And it's, no egos or anything.
No, that's sick. It sounds like the space that you're creating is what keeps your vibe going, you know? Everything around you, just even your inspirations or just even how you find inspiration, it can make it seem like, nah, this shit's always, like, you know, like, you're still in love with it. For real.
Yeah, and I think it definitely has to do with the people that I surround myself with too, because they're all a bunch of, like, dope, creative people. So just hanging out with them, they always inspire me to do something.
Hell yeah. Fuck with that. Nah,
Wow.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah, thank you for
real.
this episode.
Thank you
Thank you.
guys.
This has
Yeah.
been a great episode.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys stay tuned on our YouTube. We're gonna see some
shit's
music
been a
videos,
vibe.
some GucciMar music videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see the
You know what I
videos, all
mean?
that. Yeah, real shit.
Thank you for everything, for coming on and getting high with us.
Shouts to Lance.
Shout out to
Travis.
Isaac.
Thank you.
Thank you, Andy. This is Jose. We out
You
here.
my signing.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, and then one more thing before you add your socials when you sign out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Tell them where we can
yeah.
find you.
Yeah.
You guys can find me and my music at GucciMar, GucciMar.
And we out here.
Oh yeah.
Juice Podcast.
Sweet.
Niggas grounded just a sign. I'ma go around the town. Up in my way, up in my shit. Niggas be making it sound. Niggas don't wish where I'm from. Grind till we making it out. Selling that shit, selling that bush.